Hello students, today we will discuss about a phenomenon of light which is called refraction. When a beam of light encounters another transparent medium, a part of light gets reflected back into the first medium while the rest enters the other. This phenomenon is called refraction of light. So you have let us say a glass slab is there like this, okay, and there is a incident ray which is falling on this reflected surface. Then what happens is some of the rays get reflected back, okay, and here the angle of incidence and angle of reflection is same. This we have seen earlier also. Some of the rays they bend into the glass. This is called refraction. So in simple terms, if you say, let us say 100 rays are coming, 90 got reflected, 10 went through the glass, so they bend through the glass. So this concept is called refraction of light. Now in this situation we need to understand few things. Here the light rays were entering from one medium and they were getting into another medium, okay, so there will be a change in the speed of light. So here this one indicates the air medium and this two indicates the glass medium. So there was a scientist by name Snell. He made some experimental observations. So what he says is, and which has been proved also, that this incident ray, this normal and this refracted ray, they all are in same plane. That means they are in xy plane or yz plane or the third one xz plane. They all are in the same plane. They are not in different planes. Okay. So this one point is what he has observed. So the normal, the incident ray and the reflected ray. So that means if this piece of paper, I call it as a plane, and if I try to draw it, I will find all these three lines on the paper only, not somewhere else. That is the meaning of this statement. The second observation was, if you take the sign of angle of incidence and angle of refraction, it is always a constant, okay, and this constant is called as n/1, which is called refractive index. Sin I by sin R is equal to n/1. This is called refractive index. One point you need to remember and understand here is that this angle of incidence and angle of refraction is always calculated with respect to the normal. Remember this point. The angle of incidence and refraction, they are calculated with respect to the normal. Here I am using R. So earlier also for angle of reflection we have used R, so don't get confused over there. So here both I have shown as I, and refraction I have shown it as R. Now this n/1, let us now talk a little bit about that. What is the meaning of n/1? Means this sign notation means refractive index of 2 with respect to one medium. Both 2 and 1 here are medium, okay. n/1 means refractive index of second medium with respect to the first medium, okay. So this is the way we write it. So this refractive index, it depends upon the medium. Like light is a medium, light is an electromagnetic wave, so we will be talking about wavelength. So refractive index is dependent upon wavelength, but it is not dependent upon the angle of incidences. This is a very important point you should make a note of. Okay, often in competitive exams they ask. So it does not depend on I, it may depend upon wavelength, it will depend upon the frequencies, but not on the angle of incidences. So two type of situation may come. This n to 1 value is basically it's a fraction, right? It's a ratio of two things. So here sin I by sin R values, we are saying that it is constant. Okay, so mathematically this is what we are taking. So n to 1 value, because this is a ratio, it can be more than 1, it can be less than 1. If it is more than 1, so what happens if this is more than 1? So sin I by sin R will be greater than 1. That means sin I will be greater than sin R, or sin R will be less than sin I. You write that sin 45 is less than sin 90. That means that 45 is less than 90. So R is less than I. So R is less than I means ray bends near the normal. R angle is less, I angle is more. That means the ray might have come at a greater angle but went at a lesser angle. It might have come at 60 degree but it went at 30 degree. So what will happen? It will bend near the normal, isn't it? It will bend near the normal. Bending near the normal means like this. So this line is the normal. So it tries to be closer to the normal. That is the meaning of this statement. Okay. So ray bends near the normal. So here we can say that medium 2 is optically more denser than medium 1. Medium 2 is optically more denser than medium 1. If the ray is bending closer to the normal, that medium becomes optically more denser. Okay. Now if n21 is less than 1, so n21 is less than 1 means this value is less than 1, then sin I will be less than sin R. That means R will be more than I. Just opposite of this, R will be more than I. That means refracted ray bends away from the normal. Here refracted angle will be more. So 30 degree may be coming, but it will be going at 60 degree. Okay. So this means that from denser medium we are moving towards rarer medium. Okay. The first situation was rarer to denser we were going. Second situation is denser medium to rarer medium we are entering. If it is moving away from the normal means you are entering into a rarer medium. Okay, these two cases are very important, so try to visualize and understand. So here we have seen one term called optical density. The optical density and mass density are totally two different things. Okay, optical density depends upon the ratio of the speeds of the light in two different medium, whereas mass density you have already known. It is the mass per unit volume. So if you take two material like turpentine and water mass density is 1 gram per cc, but whereas turpentine is 0.86 gram per cc. You can see that the mass density of water is more than turpentine, but actually optically turpentine is more denser than water. Okay, so mass density doesn't decide. Optical density is a different thing. So just one example I have shown. One more point is that if you want to write n12, it is equal to 1 divided by n21. It is just the inverse of n21. Okay, if you want to write n12, see what was n21 here. See, Here we have taken n21, it is sin I by sin r. Okay, so n12 will be sin r by sin I, it is nothing but n21. Okay, now suppose you want to apply a chain concept. n32 can be written as n3 by n1 into n1 by n2. I'm just introducing one n1 term here, another medium. So n32 will be equal to n3 by n1 will be n31, n1 by n2 will be n12. So you have to see that the second term and the first term has to be matched. You can keep on extending like this. You can take n41 is equal to you can n32. Okay, so you can keep extending like this. You can take like suppose you take n41, you write n4 by n3 into n3 by n2 into n2 by n1, like this you can write. So it becomes a chain, you know. So this becomes n4 by n3 will be n43, then it will be n32, then it will be n21. Every time the second term I am matching, right? So this is how you can apply the chain rule. So this is one concept. And some refractive index values you should know. Refractive index of air is 1, water is 1.33, glass is 1.5, diamond is approximately 2.4. Okay, now rules of refraction, very important thing you should just try to understand. See, either the light will be entering from rarer to denser or denser to rarer. See, when light rays travel from rarer medium to denser medium, they bend towards normal. So here example is from air to glass, they are trying to enter. So what did I write here? The ray will bend towards the normal. So angle of incidence will be more, angle of refraction will be less. The ray will bend near the normal. So here one important point is that the speed of light drops. So when you take light speed in air, when it enters into the glass medium, it drops. Okay, so this is one case where light ray is entering from rarer to denser. The light ray may go from denser to rarer. Okay, example is from glass to air. Glass refractive index is 1.5 to 1. Okay, so here what happens is it moves away from the normal. Okay, so here speed of light increases, here speed of light drops. Here the refracted ray moves closer to the normal, here the refracted ray moves away from the normal. That means here angle of incidence will be less and angle of refraction will be more. Okay, so glass to air is one example, water to air is another example. Water is 1.33, air is 1. Here glass to water is also will come under this case only. You have to see here relative. With respect to water, glass is more denser because it is 1.5, it is 1.33. So from 1.5 to 1.33 it is moving. It is, we can say that it is moving from denser to rarer. So you have to see the relative. Couple of refractive index values you can remember. Some more points we will see in the next video. Thank you.